Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Welcome back to World of Tanks and World of Tanks 9.13 test server. Now, it wasn't too long time ago when 9.12 was introduced into the game, but 9.12 didn't give us too many new tanks. It gave us in turn Action X, which is awesome, T22 that you have to grind for, and some HD models as well. Actually, a lot of HD models with some changes like T10 and some other tanks as well. But patch 9.13 is going to give us another new nation into the game, which is Czechoslovakia. And we are going to get a completely new tech tree. Czechoslovakian tech tree and medium tanks, although first 3 tanks, I believe, are light tanks, yes. And starting from tier 4, we are going to have medium tanks. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make one preview episode just to show what is going on and what those tanks are about. I'm going to make in-depth review episodes at least about tier 9, Škoda T50 and about tier 10 as well, TVP T50 51. So if you're watching this video after my review episodes are done, I'm going to add annotations on the screen for tier 9 and tier 10 review episodes. But if you don't see annotations on the screen right now, that means probably I haven't done them yet, or you do not have annotations activated on your YouTube interwebs. So let's get going. And let's start with tier 2. Let's move up to tier 10. And actually, at the end of the episode, I have one pretty nice gameplay with T50 as well, Skoda T50. I'm going to show you how I'm going to play those tanks. But for the start, I have to say, tier 9 and tier 10, they are pretty damn interesting tanks. Yes. So, tier 2, LT-VZ35. As always, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 as well, they are pretty much 5-game tanks. Like, you have to play with those tanks 5 games and you're able to research tier 5 already. Usually this is how it works, because low tier tanks, they do not take too much effort to get through. But still, let me show you those things. LT-VZ35, this is how it looks. As always, up to tier 3 or up to tier 4 pretty much, they look troll tanks. Small and weird looking tanks. Old, yes. So, tier 2. Tier 3, LT-VZ38, so light tank VZ38. Pretty much exactly the same as 35. Well, the name is pretty much the same as well. Tier 4, ST-VZ39. M3 Lee, opponent. Yes, we all love M3 Lee. Škoda T24. Now this tank looks pretty much exactly as Škoda T40 in the game, which is premium tank. Yeah, by the way, we have already one Škoda in the game, which is T40, and which is premium tank. But starting from tier 5, you can see that those tanks are pretty damn large, pretty huge medium tanks, like this, a Škoda T24. For tier 5, this is one big medium tank. As big as KV1, I believe, if not bigger. Tier 6, Škoda T25, autoloader gun. Oh yeah, by the way, starting from tier 6, you are going to be able to get autoloader gun. Yes, in tier 5, you're not going to be able to do that. Autoloader gun. Turret looks pretty damn ridiculous. Why do we need such a huge turret on this thing? I don't know. Penetration 132, and damage 110, so not too bad actually. Because 3 shells in the gun, 1.33 seconds between each shot, and 8-second reloading time. You're able to deal 330 damage in 2.66 seconds. Not too bad. Let's move on. Tier 7, Konštrukta D34 100. It looks like D34 85. Because it actually was development project of the Soviets, T-34-85. Turret once again pretty damn huge. So over here we are going to be able to get 100mm gun without any auto-loading systems, 175 penetration, 250 average damage. So pretty much like Type 59's gun. Type 59 gets 178 penetration. But you get that kind of gun in tier 7. I don't know, I could work with that. Turret armor 90 in the front, but slope is pretty damn huge and gun mantle is pretty damn huge as well. So I believe you're going to bounce some shots with your turret. Gun is long. Accuracy, let me see what is the accuracy. 0.38. Aiming time 2.4. So not too bad actually. Yeah, not too bad. Tier 8. TVP VTU Koncept. Actually, this tank is pretty interesting because the gun, you can see, you have a lot of options over here. You have 105mm gun, which is more derpish gun, higher damage, lower penetration, lower rate of fire. What I'm using over here right now is, actually let me show you that 10.5cm gun as well. Nice muzzle brake. But what I'm using over here at the moment is 8.8cm with better rate of fire, higher penetration, and lower damage. Penetration, you could use that extra penetration versus some tier 8 tanks and 9 tanks and 10 tanks as well, because this is tier 8. Now premium shot penetration is going to be pretty much the same, 237 versus 235, because if you're going to face tier 10s, tier 9s, you are going to use at least some premium shots, especially with derp gun. Accuracy on derp gun is 0.4, aiming time 2.4, and over here 0.37 and aiming time 2.0. But now let's move on to the most interesting tanks in this line, starting with tier 9, Škoda T50. As you can see already, they are pretty interesting tanks. Just the hull. Lower plate, yeah, I believe you're not going to miss that lower plate, but it doesn't matter anyways, because look over here. Hull armor 65, 40 and 40. So let's take a quick look at 3D model. You can see that you can pretty much angle your tank how you want, but if you're going to be extremely lucky, you're going to be able to bounce some higher tier tanks as well, but for that you have to be lucky. So all in all, long story short, everything that is going to see you is going to be able to penetrate your hull. As simple as it is. So the question is, what is good about this tank? It cannot be the armor. Yeah, but mobility. Engine power 1000 horsepower. Weight 38.65 tons. Top speed 50 km per hour. As I mentioned, I'm going to make an in-depth review episode about this tank as well, so I'm going to talk more about power to weight ratio and all that. But for a start, I can say that this tank can move. It is going to achieve top speed fairly easily. It is turning really good. Mobility is really good. Acceleration, awesome. Gun depression, once again, is pretty damn good. I can work with that. It is not the best gun depression, but I can work with that. It has 8 degrees gun depression. Let me quickly check that. Gun depression. Yes, 8 degrees gun depression. So my point is, 8 degrees gun depression combined with the gun's positioning. You can see pretty high positioning. If you're going to do some hull down action, enemy is not going to see too much of your tank. The only thing that they can penetrate is this part of the tank and this part of the tank. The only thing that they can see and penetrate, because gun mantle is strong. So hull down, yes, it is doable. Now another really good thing in my opinion and really awesome thing is the gun. It is going to get autoloader gun. 3 shells, 1.8 seconds between each shot, 22-second reloading time, 248 penetration, and 320 damage. Accuracy 0.35, aiming time 2.2 seconds. That means you're going to be able to deal 960 damage in 3.6 seconds with the Iron medium tank. If you're going to be able to flank, you're going to be pretty devastating force. Heat ammunition 310 penetration, exactly the same damage. And you are able to carry some HE shells as well. But I don't know how they are going to work. So this is Škoda T50, and as mentioned, gameplay soon. You're going to see how I'm going to play with these things. But now let's move on to the tier 10 TVP T50-51. Gun exactly the same as you're going to get on Škoda T50. The only difference is shells in the magazine 4. Time of one shell loading 1.5 seconds. 25 seconds reload time, penetration is the same, damage is the same, accuracy 0.35, aiming time 2.1 seconds. but 4 shells in your clip. That means you're going to be able to deal 1280 damage in 4.5 seconds. This tank is made to flank other tanks, as simple as it is. Engine power 1000 horsepower. It is a little bit heavier tank, yes, 40 tons, but top speed 60 km per hour and traverse speed 54 degrees per second. So this tank moves like a charm. It flanks like a charm, it moves like a charm. In 4.5 seconds you are able to deal 1280 damage, and you are out of here. This is crazy. Armor, once again, no armor whatsoever, on paper. 65, 40 and 30. The only way you're going to get some bounces out from your armor is if you're going to angle your tank under extreme angle like that. Then your frontal blade is going to get 200 plus frontal armor value or armor value, and if you're going to be lucky you are going to bounce some shots off from that. But as said, you have to be lucky to be able to do that. I have been lucky a few times because they didn't see my tracks, so just positioning. But all in all, no armor whatsoever, and everything that can see you is going to be able to penetrate you. So this is TVP T50 51. In my opinion, really interesting tank. New Czechoslovakian tier 10 medium tank. Flagship at the moment. As I mentioned before, in-depth review episode about this tank on the way, so stay tuned for that. Annotation on the screen or just wait for the episode. Anyways, let's jump into action. I'm going to show you one gameplay with Skoda and off we go. Map is Tundra, pretty heavy tier 10 game as you can see. Only 4 tier 9 vehicles and I am one of them. So I am on the bottom of the food chain in pretty damn heavy tier 10 game. But the good thing is we have no artillery over here. But on this map, I don't know, it doesn't matter anyways, more often than not. So I decided to push up over here just to spot first targets. Type 5 heavy, I do not want to get shot by this guy. So first shot, and I am going to back up. TVP, my big brother, tier 10 Czechoslovakian medium tank. But my starting position was really good for that kind of first aggressive maneuver. To spot a few targets over here. So I decided to do that. Let's reload, 22 seconds. Soon I am ready to go back. Type 5 heavy. I am not going to penetrate Type 5 heavy under angle like that, so I'm not even going to waste any ammunition for that. I am not going to even try to do that. So I see on the minimap that J-Band 100 and 183 are pushing up in the river. So this is my chance. How I'm going to play Škoda T50 and TVP. I try to flank as much as possible because I am mobile, I am really fast. You can see up to 50, no problem. Rough terrain, still going with 50 km per hour. And hello 183. 3.6 seconds and I am able to deal 960 damage. And goodbye 183. My first kill in the bag. I believe this was my very first game with Skoda T40, so this is why I decided to show this game to you. First game, pretty heavy matchup, and I am actually going to be on the top of the damage board. Awesome. And now reloading. At first I thought that J-Band 100 is going to come for me, so I decided to back up a little bit. But TVP got his attention and the J-Banger changed his mind. So I'm super patient over here, waiting for my chance. Waiting for that J-Band 100 to make that one mistake, and I'm going to be able to take another shot into the back of his tank. Yes, exactly what I wanted to happen. 2 shots and our J-Band 100 was able to finish him off. So 1 shot left. I believe let's start reloading. Yes, let's do that. And I decided to flank E100 and another 183 over there. On the right side of the map. Wolfentrager is also back there, but he is too busy, so pretty much easy flank for me. 183, he's down being 3 shots. With lucky rolls, 1, 2 shots needed. I'm going to receive 1 shot from E100, but it doesn't matter anyways. I am fast enough to get away from him before he's going to be able to reload again. TC100 is done. Yes, he is done. So 886 hit points left. I spotted WC120 who missed. Soon I'm going to be reloaded, on the move, 329. 2 more shots left. If I'm going to be able to penetrate both of my shots, this guy's going to be dead. And I received another heat shot. Welcome to the test server, guys, where everybody are shooting heat and Primus shells. I have no idea why they are doing that, but, well, who am I to judge? Type 5 heavy. 5 seconds until I am fully loaded again, and I am going to be able to flank this guy. Yes, he took the shot, so together with object 430, I am going to be able to destroy that guy. This is just so awesome that you are going to be able to empty your clip in 3.6 seconds, 960 damage done, average damage done, just awesome. So super quick aim, and this is how I am going to play my Škoda T50 and TVP T50 51. Yes, did I get it right? I hope I did. Scoreboard as well, 3,888 experience received, first class, 4,200 damage done, 1,300 raw experience with 4 kills. Being on the bottom of the food chain, I would say this game was not too bad, or what do you think? So guys, this was today's preview episode about new Czechoslovakian tanks in patch 9.13. Tell me what you think about those tanks. And as I mentioned before, stay tuned for in-depth review episodes about Škoda T40 and Tier 10 medium tank as well, TVP T50 51. I hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you did. Why the hell not? Please do that. And I get you next time. Take care and bye.